Today's small business shout out, we're featuring the Indian esthetician offering concierge aesthetic services specializing in dermaplaning. It gently removes peach fuzz and dead skin so your products absorb better and your makeup goes on smoother. Check out the Indian esthetician on Instagram. Welcome to Next On Scene, the human behind the brand. I'm Jaclyn Zukerman Delory, award-winning publicist, mom, and media visionary. I believe visibility isn't just about being seen, it's about being of service. Each week, we are going to uncover real stories behind success, the breakthroughs, the heartbreaks, and the moments that made you who you are. Because the truth is, the more we allow ourselves to be human, the more powerful our impact becomes. This is where visibility meets legacy. This is Next On Scene. Welcome to Next On Scene, where we go behind the highlight reel and meet the human behind the brand. Today we're joined by Christina Truscello, owner of TEAL Hair and Makeup Studio, a beauty entrepreneur, and an extension specialist who's built a space where confidence, education, and community come together. Christina, welcome to Next On Scene, the human behind the brand. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you so much.
You are such a rock star, like expertise in hair, law background, own your own studio, all the things, and an educator, and you do consulting, right, as well,
yes,
with some other beauty clients. Amazing. So
yeah.
How did you even fall into this industry?
Oh my God. Honestly, it was like just a passion. I've always wanted to do it before I went to law school, college, all that. I was like, I want to do hair. My dad was like, no.
Did anyone in your family do hair?
My aunts did, but it was very like relaxed.
Huh.
So yeah, I just always had a passion for doing hair.
Did you do like your friends growing up or anything? Oh my God, how
I would
cute.
sit in my room and like do my own hair. I taught myself how to braid. I taught myself how to do makeup, all the things.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
And extensions are a big thing for you too, right?
Huge.
Yes.
Yes.
I figured that's like a big bread and butter thing for your company.
Yeah, really, really big.
So as a hairstylist, like how did you grow into that part of hairstyling?
So when I was in school, they didn't teach hair extensions. Now I'm going to date myself here. I went back. This is way before social media was like ever a thing. Like Facebook wasn't even out yet. It was like MySpace. Okay, we're going.
Love it.
We're dating ourselves.
I mean, I can.
So, but I just I really was interested in it, and there was only one girl in my school that knew how to like braid and doing like weaves and wefts. So she taught me. And when I got out of school, I ended up finding a salon at the time that was also a hair extension distributorship. So I just kind of fell into it and I just loved it so much. And this is before extensions were like a well-known thing. It was like, these are things that like celebrities and dancers wear pretty much.
Right.
So, but I've been doing it for over 20 years now and I'm just obsessed with it.
And your special is blonde, right?
I specialize in blonde, balayage, dimensional color, but then also the extensions and a lot of like reconstructive work for people that are losing their hair.
Okay, can we talk more about that?
Yes.
I want to talk about that today because I feel like a lot of women, like when they go through postpartum, when they're going through menopause, like they go through all of these different things, right? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
100%. Yeah, it is more. I see it on a daily basis and it's crushing. Like it's crushing these women because that, not your identity by any means, but it definitely, works on your confidence when you're looking in the mirror and you don't have that beautiful, luscious hair. You don't have, it's part of you. It's part of, your outfit, your style, who you are. And it's just, it can really take a toll. And unfortunately, I've seen that, but we've found different ways through extensive education and different platforms and, so much that's out there now that we can help reconstruct hair.
Amazing.
Strand by strand.
And you have your own hair product now. We should talk about that very briefly,
too. We have that too.
Yes.
Yeah, so many things going on.
Yeah.
So it's great though. But so like the hair products work really coincide with any type of extension. We made sure they were extension safe specifically, color safe, and as natural as you can be without having to be refrigerated, all made in the USA. My daughter actually, Lexi, she is 11 and she helped create the brand along with my team. So it was like a huge just women-owned company group put forward. And
you named it after her, right?
Yeah. It's called Lexor. Yes. Yeah.
So you're such a dynamo. Like it's really inspiring to watch. Like what did the name come from for TEAL? Hair and makeup.
Oh my gosh. So that was super challenging actually. we couldn't figure out. I had a business partner when I started. And so it was a long-term plan that we knew she was moving cross country, but we wanted to start together. And so we kind of just kept throwing it back and forth and back and forth. And it's a long story where it came from, but the shorter version is I ended up with actually a huge marketing mogul in my chair one day at another salon where I was working. And we were spending a lot of time with her. It was a corrective extension job, and she helped us. So she kind of gave us some pointers back then about like how you should name and how you should choose, and it just stuck. And so TEAL actually, it used to stand for something much longer, but as I rebranded and evolved, it currently stands for Truth, Education, Artistry, and Love. It's really our core values.
I didn't even know that. Fun fact today.
Yeah, fun fact.
I love that.
Thank you.
Do you market that enough?
I don't think so.
You need to. Now we're talking about today.
right.
I'm like, but it brings everything together, I feel like. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I love that. So you have your hands in a lot of places. So
yes.
Before you got into hair and makeup, what was something that kind of changed your trajectory to be like, this is what I'm called to do? Like, what was the breaking point for you?
So I always wanted to help people, and I wanted to go into hair. My dad's like, no, there's no money. You're going to have to work weekends and nights and your hands are going to hurt. And I was like, okay, I'll try something else that I really love. So I went into criminal justice. I got my degree. I fell into a paralegal job when I was in college, and I was like, I'm going to go to law school. I can really help, victims and clients. And so I started into that, and I was a year in, and I was like, I can't do this. I am not a desk job person. Like, I need to be not crafty, but artsy.
Creative,
I need this
more
creative. Yeah. And so I remember I finished my halfway through, and I was like, I'm going to stick out the rest of the year, and if I don't love it, I'm leaving. And that's what I did. And I was like, I just have to do this. I knew in my gut it wasn't right. I was having a hard time getting up for work. I wasn't looking forward. And I had a great job. I had an absolutely I worked for an amazing firm in Boston. Like, they were hands down, so supportive and wonderful, but it just was not my thing.
And now I'm inspired too because you opened your own studio. Because a lot of people that go into hair and makeup, they don't always have a studio. So what inspired you to actually take that step to open your own space?
Honestly, I just always wanted something bigger and more. And I had a great opportunity when I first started working, but I also saw that there had to be something else. I was working 7 days a week, sometimes 2, 3, 4 weeks straight, between shows and educating. And then behind the chair, I was also helping run that business because my boss was kind of an absentee owner, and a lot was falling on me, and I didn't have a growth path. And so I knew I really wanted something bigger, and I wanted a place where stylists could come together and work together collaboratively. And I just said, I'm gonna create it.
So glad you did.
Yeah.
So good. So what's a day in the life of Christina? Because you also your daughter is an awesome hockey player. So you are a hockey mom, but are you a coach? Didn't we talk about this? Aren't you one of the assistant coaches or something?
Yeah. So I have a few things. So yes, my daughter plays hockey. She plays both for our town and in a club team. So I mean, I'm up at 6:30. We recently just got a puppy.
Oh my God.
And so she's amazing, love her. But she's a handful. You guys know if anybody has dogs, she's
new baby.
Baby. Yeah, it's like a newborn. So that is taking up my mornings, crate training and pottying and feeding and, training. So, but it's amazing. So I do that, get Lexi ready, get myself ready. I drive Lex to school, come back if I'm working from home, doing office stuff, I do coaching on the side for some other salon owners, just how to grow their business, how to build their team, how to build their brand. So that's a big part of it, running our salon team. I just hired a manager. That's been amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, we are a collaborative studio, so commission-based, and we all work together. So just constantly trying to market and promoting and, doing all the behind the scenes, the payroll and stuff like that. Then usually if I'm at the salon, I'm doing 12-hour days. And then hockey is actually coming to an end after this weekend. Yeah, so we have states, but it's just all over the place for that. I mean, sometimes we're in Vermont, sometimes we're down the street. So it just depends, and then just trying to get family time and trying to work, finding time for yourself, because the self-care is so important. So like working out or, going to the gym, or just those little bits and pieces of time to also set a good example for not only my daughter, but, reminding to yourself, because you need that space to create, to be productive, but also to have that downtime for yourself.
So like being in like a self-care industry, right? Like, is it harder for you to do self-care for yourself?
Yes and no. I didn't for so long, and I realized how unhealthy I was, not just physically, but mentally. And if you really think about it, you never know what tomorrow brings. You have to live for today. I don't want to have any regrets at the end of the day, and I want to provide a good example for not only my daughter, mainly, we live for our kids, but for other women and men, other people just in general. It's, I want to inspire, I want to create, and I want to provide and show others that you really can take something from nothing. I did not grow up with anything. I didn't have parents to help me, set up a business fund. I did not have, anybody to pay for my college or my law school or anything like that. So, building from the ground up is, super important, but you have to stay focused.
I'm so inspired. Like, thank you for sharing that. Like, you can create something from nothing.
Oh my God, yeah. It's and some of the people, I mean, my story is not by any means some of the things that I've heard and seen, and the opportunities that I've had just by creating this business and meeting you and other like-minded individuals. That just, you just have to surround yourself with the people
who get it,
and that are going to support you as well.
I'm all about it. And I love that about you since we met. We're like cheerleaders of each other. We're Virgos. Like, we just share all the things in common. It's so good. I love that.
Yes.
So what's your next goal for yourself?
Oh my God. Okay. So we're hoping this year to expand the salon.
Amazing.
We have an opportunity, yes, in the building that we're currently in, to expand upstairs and expand our service offering. So we do a ton of on-site bridal big events. You had us at the fashion show, which was amazing.
They were the best, by the way, sponsoring our show. Like, I'm so grateful. Crushed all the hair and makeup. It was seamless.
You
Christina,
guys were
seamless.
So wonderful to work with. Everybody, the models, like Kim, everybody, your whole team was absolutely amazing. I wouldn't have had it any other way. So thank you.
Yeah, but thank you for being you, because we were all so type A. Like, Steph, me, and you were like, we got it down.
Yeah, definitely. It's like 100% on. And that's what I think makes it work. You know? But we're hoping to expand. The product line is live, and we're starting this year. We're going to break out into minis. We just have like regulars and leader sizes. So minis, for that is another project. Growing the team, the freelance team, we're always growing, because we're turning away like weddings and events because just the manpower. So we don't want to do that. So we're expanding our team in salon and for special events.
It's coming. I'm sending all the good vibes.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to talk about what you're wearing, and then I have game time. I want to ask you some fun questions. So black is like mysterious. I've had so many people wear black. Do you find yourself mysterious? Well, I think like when I first met you, I kind of was like, tell me about Christina. Like, I don't know. She's got something. She's got an edge.
Yeah.
Like, black's like I like the monochromatic too, because the white underneath.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I always, like, I've had my colors done. I know I'm like warm spring and all of that, but I'm like, you know what? Sometimes like I just feel like I love doing pops of color. So like blacks, whites, neutrals, tans. But like the pop of color, usually I'll play with my glasses. You know that, the frames and stuff, or shoes, bags.
So true.
Like all of those things. So I just love black because I think it's classic, it's simple, but you can make it look edgy.
But it's bold. It's bold. Like,
exactly.
I love that. Perfect. I feel like that's on brand for you too.
Thank you.
I think I know this already, but we're going to ask the first question anyway. Okay, so it's this or that. Blonde or brunette transformations?
Blonde.
Extensions or color?
Depends on the day.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
For what reason though?
Yeah.
Just how you're feeling?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like more painting and, you know, working more with like my hands. And then sometimes I'm like, no, I want to do like the bigger transformation. And it's like, okay, I want that jaw drop experience.
You know, question, maintenance for extensions, like how long do they actually last?
Oh my God. So it depends. It depends. The strand by strand, like I do this one method that's called comb line. It's literally a strand by strand. You paint the keratin on, and that lasts about 4 to 6 weeks. K-tips or keratin tips or bonds, those you can get sometimes, you know, 12 to 16 weeks, depending on hair growth and care. Wefts, your weft itself can last a year to a year and a half on care, but you would get a move up every like 6 to 8 weeks. Some people will say 10 to 12. I find that's typically not comfortable, but yeah, so it just depends on the person.
Listen to the expert.
Yeah.
I'm learning today. Hot yoga or a spa day?
Ooh, hot yoga.
What is your favorite thing to do for self-care?
I have two if I'm shopping or massage.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Great ones. And fashion weeks or behind the chair transformations?
Ooh. Again, depends on the day, but typically a behind the chair transformation.
Because they're long-term, right?
They're long-term, but it's also the connection with the person. It's not hard to connect at a fashion week, but you're literally like 20 minutes on a timeline.
Where you can't even talk to people.
Right, yeah. But you meet so many different personalities, so there's pros to both of them. Yeah.
And what would you tell your younger self today?
Oh my God, that is one of the most difficult questions. I would say go with your gut. Always go with your gut, even if you're unsure.
It's true, your gut always knows.
Yeah.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So much fun. How can everybody follow you, Christina? TEAL Hair. Maybe tell us all the things.
Yes, all the things. So at TEAL Hair Chick on Instagram. The salon is at TEAL Hair Studio, all one word. So that's where you can find us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate it.
Of course. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to become Next on Scene. And stay tuned for who's next on Scene. I'm here to give you your red carpet moment. So follow us on all our podcast channels, on any stream from iHeartRadio, Spotify. If you just type in Next on Scene, the human behind the brand, or you can also follow us on all our social media channels at Next on Scene. I can't wait for you to come on this journey with us. Your say is very impactful as an audience member. So come along for the ride and we are gonna all evolve together. And we can't wait for you to see who's next on Scene.